How is everybody doing today? My name is Master Zero, and this is Meet a Man Who is Sexually Attracted to Balloons, Mine's Strange Addiction. Now, right off the bat, man, I have so many questions. I guess the main one would be like, at what point do you stop and start questioning that it's not an addiction, it's just a fetish, you know? But regardless, like, I have so many other questions, and I really hope this guy clears some of them up at least. Like, I'm assuming he got a blow-up doll and it just happened to go the wrong way in his psyche or something, so I'm really curious regardless, man. So without any further ado, here's Meet the Man Who is Sexually Attracted to Balloons.
My name is Julius.
Hi, Julius.
I'm 62 years old, and I'm addicted to balloons.
Okay. I don't know what I was expecting, but it certainly wasn't like actual balloons. I thought it would be like at least ones that are shaped, you know, like the ones at the swimming pools, like the floaties. That's what I was trying to think of, you know, but those are just straight up balloons. I can't comprehend it, man. I tried to be with you, but I'm already at a loss.
They're beautiful.
Wow.
They're soft, smooth, delicate. I have a connection with them. Intellectually, I know that balloons are not alive.
Okay.
But sometimes I wonder if it's my love for them that brings them to life.
Pause. Oh my god, we're only 22 seconds in this video. I'm sorry for pausing so much, but good god, man. He was like, I know that they're not alive. I'm like, okay, you know, I'm starting to get back on his side, and then it's like, but maybe my love makes them alive, like a Disney show. I feel bad for laughing at the poor guy, because, like, he found his niche, and I guess he's happy for it, but I cannot get behind this one, man. I'm sorry.
My first reaction was, wow, balloons, that's kind of strange.
Julius has been addicted to balloons for over 5 decades.
Wow.
It started when he was a child as an innocent attraction to the shapes and colors.
Okay, I could kind of get behind that, man. When you're a little kid, you see a balloon, especially like in the olden days, you know, like what they say, like freaking 5 decades, 50 years ago. Like, I could understand that. You're just like, oh, wow, balloon, you know, you're so like, I don't want to say hypnotized, but lack of a better word, I guess. Like, you're just fascinated by, like they said, you know, the colors and shapes and stuff. But to just continue that up into adulthood and past that, man, this guy is like elderly at this point, you know, and like, well, borderline elderly, I guess. He's still, I was going to say he has a sound mind, but I'm starting to think he doesn't.
Now Julius has filled his home with over 50,000 balloons and can't sleep unless he's surrounded by them.
I love all balloons.
I'm sorry, my man. What? That room is atrocious came to mind. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm claustrophobic or not, but that would literally make me claustrophobic. I'm not gonna lie, because that's too much, man. That's really, and I guess it's not, but wouldn't that be a choking hazard? I guess I don't know. My brain's like trying to process this the best way it can, but it's starting to become scrambled, man.
I love all balloons, but I do have my favorites. I like the crystal clear, the transparent. You know, it's like a soap bubble, you know, you can see through it. I've got the long ones, the round ones, but my favorite is the spherical ones. Why? I don't know. I guess it's like a guy that prefers blondes or brunettes, you know?
Julius
Don't put personalities into those things or make them, like, relatable to women, man. Every time I think that I'm gonna be like starting to crawl on this guy's side, he just pushes me back as far away as possible with some outlandish other thing that he decides to say, man.
Julius is so addicted, he even has an entire room dedicated to balloons.
Yeah, I
This
thought we
is
already
my balloon
processed that.
sanctuary. I have magenta, purple, yellow, blue, red, and clear. And wherever I have a white one, I don't have many white ones, but I try to put the white ones in there, like there's a white one over there. And then I got some orange.
I have to like go back like the behind the scenes thing, if you will, but like, did the producers or somebody just tell them, hey, why don't you just name all the colors you have? He's like, okay, and like I couldn't help but like chuckle a little bit whenever he got to the clear one, because he did say the clear ones were his favorite, you know, so he's just like, the clear ones? Like, again, I feel bad for laughing at the guy, but man, this is absurd. Come on.
I try to alternate it to keep all the colors, you know, of the rainbow in there. One of my favorite balloons is the weather balloon. It's very delicate and soft and smooth. It's probably one of the softest balloons I've got.
He's starting to like talk like he's actually what the title suggests, man. He's sexually attracted to them. He's like, they're soft and delicate. Like, pump the brakes, man. I'm sorry, but I can't, man. This is making me uncomfortable.
Of course, I can't get, you know, an 8-foot balloon in this room, so I settle for the 5-foot, you know, weather balloon. I guess you can say it's more to love.
I don't want to say that.
I sleep in my balloon room every night. When I wake up in the morning, it's like being in balloon heaven.
But Julius
Man, I don't know if I'm taking it too far or if he's purposely taking it too far. That's making me go over the edge. You know, it's like a freaking domino effect, if you will. But good God, man. Like, he's just in balloon heaven, which I could see why, because you filled your room entirely out of balloons. But I still cannot get... is like the mental barrier just isn't there for me, you know? Like, I cannot find the sexual attractiveness to balloons, which I guess is why it's called strange addiction. But like I said at the very beginning, man, it's not really an addiction at this point. It's more of a kink, and he's proud to wear it on his sleeve, I guess.
But Julius's obsession with balloons goes beyond shapes and colors.
Here we
My
go.
love for balloons, it's also a sexual love. When I see a beautiful...
Don't add the music! Oh my God, why did you have to add like the funky bass tone to it, man? No, stop. And this silhouette of him in the shadow with the balloon, it's kind of... I don't know, man. I really don't know. My brain's turning into mush just watching this. It's kind of a beautiful shot, I'm not gonna lie, but I don't know if I'm like starting to understand or if I'm just like seeing the beauty in freaking a car crash that is this video.
When I see a beautiful balloon, my heart starts to flutter and I get aroused.
Where's the balloon?
I'll take a 12-inch and I'll inflate it to 11-inch. That way it can take a lot of abuse.
What kind of abuse are we talking to, my man? It's starting to get so weird. It started weird, but oh my God, it's getting worse. I don't know if I want to finish this. I'm not gonna lie. We're only like 2 minutes and 30 seconds into this video, and he's already pushing boundaries that I thought no man would go before.
I'm holding one, you know, hugging it. I'll kiss it, and it's like being in heaven. I mean, don't you like to hug and kiss a woman that you love?
I guess, man, but with the freaking the music is what's getting me. It's what's pushing me over the edge with this, man. It's just, hey, why don't we add some like sexually charged music while he's talking about having sex with a balloon? I almost cussed there, my apologies, but I cannot, man. Oh my God, this video is something else. What? Lunar is a nickname for people with a sexual fetish for balloons? There's more of them? What? What do you mean that has a name?
There's lots of people out there that feel the same way
why?
as I do
I
about
don't-
balloons.
stop.
But there's two groups of the lunar group. You got the
What?
poppers that get aroused by popping balloons, and you got your non-poppers.
I know I'm pausing a lot in this video, I'm sorry, but I cannot comprehend, man, why it obviously looks like a nipple. Why are you, why are you playing with it like it's a nipple is what I'm trying to say. I can't, man, I can't. I'm literally gonna cringe out of my skin with this video, dude.
I'm a non-popper.
Oh, that's good.
Julius's addiction to balloons started when he was hospitalized at just 4 years old.
Okay, I was about to say, I thought it was a
My mother
child.
come to visit one time, and she gave me a real nice blue balloon. But that night, the nurse grabbed it, and I heard the balloon pop. So after she left, I just cried myself to sleep.
Okay, I'm at a loss for words at this point, man. I can't. I understand because he was a child at that point. You know, he's only 4 years old at the hospital, and like, you've grown attached to a thing that somebody gave you, you know, especially his mother. But for you to just like sit there and start bawling because your balloon popped, I could kind of understand that. I'm still like picturing the old man crying, popping the balloon. I'm not gonna lie. That's the only reasonable thing he said throughout this entire video is a child crying because his balloon got popped.
Since then, the sound of a balloon
puppy.
popping devastates Julius, and he even rescues balloons he believes to be in danger.
I go to car dealerships and do what I call a balloon rescue. When they set them out early in the morning, they're really beautiful. And as the sun bakes on them, they get really dull, misshapen, I feel, like I give them a second chance at life.
Maybe they don't want that second chance. You ever think about that, man? You are going to sexually abuse these balloons. And I'm sorry if I'm saying like the wrong words, I should like find different words to say talking about this topic, but I can't think of any other one, man. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm just gonna say the first thing that comes into my head, and he's like, I literally can't. He's just like openly showing his fetish on television, and I cannot get behind it, man. I try to look in like the good of everyone, like I always say, like as long as you're not hurting anybody, that like do whatever floats your boat, but in this instance, like what floats his boats is balloons, and I can't, I literally cannot.
But Julius doesn't share his extreme love for balloons with many people.
Maybe he should be
The only
banned from
people
that section.
know is my family. My wife thinks it's strange, but she accepts it.
Hold the phone, you have a wife. That was the shock of the century. I thought he had this addiction, not fetish whatsoever. No, it's not a fetish. But like, I thought he had this addiction because he didn't have anybody. That would have made more sense than just like, you have an actual family and you're still sexually attracted to balloons, my man.
My wife thinks it's strange, but she accepts it.
Julia's wife refuses to participate. I wonder why.
The fact that he feels like he has to keep it a secret definitely points that there is a problem.
Always a balloon and a shot, huh?
With loving balloons, it's not hurting anybody. It's not dangerous, and I have no desire to change.
Well, there you go. I mean, that's what I was talking about, about like, as long as you're not hurting anybody and stuff like that, which that is fair, but the fact that you're like publicly announcing this to the world, man, that's what I have a problem with. Like everyone, I'm pretty sure, I'm not going to assume, but like, I'm pretty sure everybody has like a special thing that they really, really like whether it does be a fetish or a kink or like an addiction, like you could like soda like a lot more than other people, but to actually like publicly announce it like this, man, you put it on like freaking the Learning Channel, which why is this even on the Learning Channel, by the way? I'm asking way too many questions.
Today, his nephew, who's also an addiction counselor, wants to confront the issue and convince Julius to see a therapist.
I've heard through the family a little talk about your balloons, about your balloon room.
I don't know why that was so funny to me, man. It's like word on the grapevine is that you have a balloon room. What's that about, huh, Julius?
So what kind of questions do you have?
What do you get out of your balloons emotionally?
When I
that's a fair
inflate
question.
them, it seems like they come to life for me.
Really?
Yeah.
I heard that there was some physical attachment to these balloons, maybe sexually.
There's sexual overtones to it.
Really?
Yeah.
My man, do not try to downplay it at this point. We're almost 5 minutes into this video, and you have done nothing but show that you were sexually attracted to these balloons. So he's like, there are some sexual undertones, they kind of look like nipples, so I like to flip them every now and then, but there ain't nothing bad about that. And the fact that, like, the other ones is just like, they're sturdy, they can control it, or they could handle abuse and stuff. It's like, we all know what kind of abuse he's talking about. Let's be real here, man. There's 100% you are sexually attracted to this balloon. There is no, like, undertone about it.
There's sexual overtones to it.
Really?
Yeah.
What is it that gives you that sense? Is it a smell?
He's asking the real
or a
questions.
It's
feel?
all of it. It's all of it. It's the feel, the smell,
The looks?
the looks, and I don't want to go any further into that.
Okay.
Okay, he's getting a little pushy. I wasn't expecting that gonna be real. I thought he was, like, open about this, putting it on public television, but... But I don't know, like, obviously, I guess you would, like, push back when someone's trying to ask you about your kink. I'm not even gonna say it's an addiction at this point, because it's not, man. I don't know why they're trying to sugarcoat this, but, oh my god.
Okay. You ever think that maybe there's something wrong?
Nope.
No, nothing. If you feel like it, you have to keep things hidden, especially something like this. There's obviously a problem.
Yeah, my thought exactly. It's just like, if you, like, I guess he's not actually hiding it, I'm gonna be real with you, but I guess because the TLC orchestrated this to where, like, his nephew is talking to him to actually, like, try to seek help for this and stuff like that, but I don't know if it's because I've been watching this as long as I have, but I keep going back and forth of like, well, I kind of understand that, like, he's not hurting anybody, so, like, he technically doesn't have to seek help, you know? But then again, it's weird, man. It is so weird to be, like, this sexually attracted to balloons, man.
Do you think you'll ever give it up?
Nope.
No.
No.
Definite no.
Definite no.
All right.
I've been doing it too long.
Wow. So how long have you been doing? How many years altogether do you have collecting these balloons?
Oh, collecting them, I started when I was about 8.
Okay.
It's just like, no words after that. It's like, I started when I was about 8, and you're like, wow. And you're 62 now.
So you're 62 now, so that's what?
Too long.
40 years.
Wow. Wow. That's quite a bit of energy, time and energy. Do you spend a lot of time and energy during the day with them?
No.
Or just sometimes go up and...
Well, sometimes I'll rescue them, like at a, car dealership. Then I'll spend a little time, if they're still floating, I'll let them float until they fall. If they're...
See, I'm sorry, but, like, actually going out into the world, like a public place, like a car dealership, and you decide, like, hey, I'm gonna rescue these balloons and make them my own, like, that's where I guess if I had to draw the line, that would be where the line has been crossed, you know? Like, I don't understand that part. Like, okay, yeah, go to a store and collect as many balloons as you can, weather balloons, whatever type of balloons you want, but the fact that you're just like, I don't know if that's stealing. It's kind of like that SpongeBob episode, where they steal a balloon on Free Balloon Day, but I don't know, man. I have so many questions still.
If they're already, falling, then I'll untie them and powder them, put them in a bag.
Well, when you say powder them, what?
Talcum powder.
Talcum powder.
That keeps them from sticking together.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. He just answered one of my biggest questions that I didn't want to announce it. Obviously, I'm gonna censor the crap out of myself here, but your ding-a-ling, wouldn't it stick to the surface area of the balloon? So him powdering the ever-loving hell out of it, I'm assuming, kind of answered my question that I didn't even want to ask, man.
All right. Do they ever go bad or anything
Oh,
like that?
yeah, if I don't take care of them.
So when you take care of them, it's involving talcum powder and...
And desiccant in a Sealamil bag. Yeah, I'll be showing you.
Okay.
And I've got some that's over 40 years old.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I love how every time he finishes a sentence, the other dude is just like, wow. Like, what else do you say, man? And the fact that, like, they're family, and he's just, I guess that could be, like, an easier way to open up, is if, like, a family member is talking to you about it, trying to understand, like, your kink. Keep going back to that, but I'm at a loss for words, man. I've been at a loss for words this entire time, man. But he still somehow finds ways for me to talk about him.
Does it cost a lot of money doing this?
Probably not.
No, I don't think so. There's people that spend more money buying guns.
Have you ever thought about
Fair,
going
I guess.
and talking to somebody about it?
I don't have a problem.
Right, right.
So why be concerned?
The first step of recovery is understanding that you have a problem. But the fact that he kind of snapped there, that scared me. I'm not gonna lie, man.
Why be concerned? Everybody's trying to make me think like I got a problem. I
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
Give it up.
These questions that I ask, they're just strictly out of love and concern, and I don't want you to think
Music's
that
escalating.
there's anything else in that. Would you be willing to go and talk to somebody?
Okay.
Hey, he said okay. That wasn't the best form of, for sureness, but I guess we got a nod and an okay out of that. I'm gonna be real, I wasn't expecting that, because the way he snapped, man, I'm not gonna lie, like, I don't know if it's, I keep going back to this, but, like, I don't know if it's because it's the family member doing it that he feels that he can act differently, like, I really hope he doesn't act like this towards, like, an actual therapist.
I've seen a psychologist before, and about the only thing he said to me is, well, you're not hurting anybody, so why worry about it?
That's fair, I guess,
nothing wrong
man.
With loving balloons, and I'm going to continue to love balloons because that's what makes me happy.
All right, you know what? That's still wrong, man. I was gonna say that's fair, but I cannot comprehend his way of thinking, man. Like, obviously he's playing the route of like, okay, well, I'm not hurting anybody, so why would I stop if I'm not hurting? But you're kind of hurting yourself, man. Let's be real here. Like, I'm already stumbling on my words, man. This video like wrecked my brain. I'm gonna be real with you, and there's so many other My Strange Addiction video. I cannot process this, but I guess if y'all guys like this video, let me know like other topics or videos that I could react to, because this is wacky stuff. For this being my first one, no, I think I reacted to someone getting addicted to, was it the airsoft? They eat the airsoft stuff, but I do remember that. I think that was like 2 or 3 years ago. But for this being like going back to formula, if you will, like this was a freaking banger and a half of a starting point. I'm gonna be real, man, but I don't know what else to say, dude. Like, I kind of said what I wanted to during the video. I'm in awe, like, in all honesty. Like, this might be the first video where I've ever just been like dumbfounded afterwards, where I'm just like, all right. Like, I would say to each its own, man, but I cannot process anything about this, man. Like, I know during the video I tried to like justify, but like I said, every time I tried to justify it, he somehow makes it stranger. So at the end of the day, man, he isn't hurting anybody. He's happy. So I guess let the old guy be. I'm sure he doesn't have much to live. That sounds wrong. I don't want to finish that, but all in all, man, this is a wacky and a half video, man. That's crazy. So thank you everybody so much for watching. Leave a like down below, subscribe, ring the bell, become a member. You get videos a day early, and check out the merch. So with that said, I have been Master Zero. Y'all guys have been fantastic, and I'll see y'all in the next episode. Later days.